All right, so listen, I've been seeing a lot of stuff thrown around. I've been seeing a lot of people talking about this entire skill kits or this entire thing with Summer Part 2. So before Summer Part 2 releases, that's about like, let's say, less than 10 hours away. 12 hours away, less than 12 hours away. And then it's here, but I wanted to at least let you know some things before it drops, just so you know, just so you have that information before going into the banner. If you're new to the channel, like, subscribe, helps out a ton. Let's jump into this, let's break it down, and let's have some fun together. Let's hop over there. So we already got these skill kits. We got these skill kits yesterday. We saw them. We were looking through them. We were like, hey, these are pretty good, actually. They're not bad. They definitely have potential, right? Again, Personally, this is just my opinion. Don't get mad at me. I said it yesterday. I feel that her kit has more potential than what it is for Helm. Helm is good. Helm can do a lot. She can, right? But I do think that this kit is going to be held back just a little bit in comparison. Also, right? I don't know why, but it's as if like the devs were not thinking when it comes to some of the percentages. You have to realize this is popping off with 382 with the ability to again control the max ammunition capacity, and then be able to fire on the last bullet, then the buff is procced, right? At 382%, correct? So you're gonna diminish her bullets to 6 when she bursts for 10 seconds, and during that moment, you're gonna be able to like proc this at least 2 to 3 times, correct? Now you go over here, and then again, normally, what is it? Every like 5 to 10 seconds you'll be proccing this, right? Over time. Over here, it's 30 normal attacks to proc this final attack, and the final attack is damage. Is literally only 131. Correct? I don't know why that is. Maybe tonight when we see the character, or not, this next week actually, not tonight, but when we see the character, maybe she is better. But it definitely is weird that they definitely didn't take the percentage in account. Like Neon, when she released, it was like 11%. I think his final attack. We were mortified. We're like, why 11%? And then we looked at this. We're like, yeah, 384% of final attack. That's pretty good. Then you look over here, it's 131, right? So it's just a stupid little thing there that definitely could have been a lot more damage. She's a burst 2 attacker, which is something you're like, what? Burst 2 attacker, okay. But basically, this unit is Dala. This unit is just a limited Dala, if you will. And it's not that it's bad. It's just that definitely, we have to test it. I want to see this unit before anything. But this unit over here, I do think this has potential, right? So people are pushing the point that, yeah, it's going to be another midsummer. I personally think you should wait if you're thinking that, right? I do think this unit over here has a lot of potential to actually be pretty damn good. And now, again, I'm not saying that for any other reason. When I hate on a unit, I hate on a unit. I make that clear. Here, I do think that this unit actually can help. She's a burst 3 supporter, something that we kind of lack in this game, if you will. But again, right, in a burst 3 slot, which is true. People are saying, like, yeah, this is going to clog up a spot. I think that on paper, her damage can't be bad, bro. Listen, if her damage sucks, at this point, we can never trust what it says on paper. Like, this damage can't be bad, theoretically, okay? Her whole kit works in so many ways that it can't physically be bad. But we haven't proven wrong before, okay? We definitely have. So that is true. But I wanted to mention that real quick to say, yes, that both these units actually have potential. And if you were pulling just for waifu, just pull, okay? I get it. People have already started pushing that in my comments that, oh, it's a midsummer again. Terrible summer update. L summer update. But I do think that there is potential between these two characters. I do think Helm got a little bit more of the short end of the stick. And now, again, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that definitely I want to see how the character works in game. I do think she has potential, but I just want to see how it actually works, right? And again, both of them have a part of their kit where it is kind of pushed elsewhere, right? Activates when entering this, affects all electric code allies, so you kind of want to run electric code. That is true. Over here, damage a strong element will go up by 42%, so if you're not running, you know, the ability to, or going against something that is the strong element, like this one right here, right? Being electric, if that's not the strong element, you're not going to get that buff. That is true. Over here, yes, when they belong to electric code, that's when it's going to affect. Electric code, that's when it's going to affect. So parts of the kit are locked down to some sort of specific thing, which sucks. It does. Yes, when it's a non-limited character, it's never locked away. But when it's a limited character, we see some sort of thing added to it. But that's what it comes down to, right? There's the good and the bad with this entire summer update. I do think the units can be good. First off, the looks, they're pretty good. And again, I don't know. People are hating on the burst animations. Okay, I see what you're saying, but I don't know. They're not terrible. Sure, they're not like, I don't know. I don't want to like get a wrong opinion here, like a very wrong opinion, dude. People were very passionate about hating those burst animations in my comments. I didn't think they were that bad. They're not like Summer Mary level. Yeah, you saw that. Summer Mary's burst was 10 out of 10. I think even Neon's burst was better in a capacity, right? But these two weren't bad. I thought they were cool burst animations, but ignore that. The design of the characters are 10 out of 10, outstanding, whatever. They are good, and they are people's favorite characters. So if you want to pull just for that, pull just for that. You're playing a waifu game, you're summoning for waifu, it's summer. The bad that kicks in is mainly that, yes, there's a collaboration, and then the anniversary right after. So I think that this will be the last banner I'm going to ever tell you to pull for. Okay, after this, I'm going to tell you to save. Okay, even if Nier rolls around, you have to save at a point because you do not want to miss out on the anniversary, because that's probably going to be a broken pilgrim. And missing on a broken pilgrim is the stupidest thing you can ever do. So always in the back of your head, starting soon, realize that in October, in November, you will be kicking into a pilgrim banner. So at least have a pity saved for that. So I think that either Nier will be your last thing to summon for, or this. Just have that in the back of your head that you should always be ready to pilgrim or pity a pilgrim in November to October, around there, all right? So keep that in mind. I'm just warning you now that should be starting after summer ends. Start with that philosophy that, yeah, I need to at least have a pity ready just for the anniversary. Again, we should get like 4 or 5 multis for free. We should. So have about 15 set multis of pity or whatever ready to go. Just so you know, because yes, do not miss out on potentially Red Hood or whoever releases. Just know that. It's going to happen. Every summer banner, every update like that will have some sort of limited little niche thing in the kit that may force them to do something, right? That may force you to run this entire new comp. And again, I do think that it's weird that they are saying this stuff because if, like, let's say that Helm actually is good and she does destroy Electrocode, for the long run of the game, isn't that worse, if you will? Like, you just made a full specific unit that can break your content. So it's like, oh, we're not going to make a broken unit, but you made it for Electrocode, that it's just better to run that unit if you pulled her instead of your Moderni or Scarlet team, right? That's if it happens, which we do not know, right? But again, I digress. Still, I would say that if you are pulling, you're not making a wrong decision. Definitely, maybe Helm is not as good. Maybe Anise does suck. Who knows? That could happen, right? If you want to wait, you're more than welcome to. People will test. People will see how the characters are. If you wait 1 week, we'll have like a breakdown from Pridewind giving us a very good example of doing an insane amount of testing. If you want to wait 2 weeks, you'll get a breakdown from, Pridewind again for Helm when she releases, and you'll have that idea of if it's worth it. So if that's your first thing, if you care about meta, honestly, you can wait. Just wait and see what the breakdowns say. That's the best. If you care for waifu, just pull. Listen, I'm not changing my entire plan. Maybe I'll check out how I do like the summons with Helm. I originally only wanted this character. I'm originally going to stick to that plan and go for this character. I'll probably save then at that point if I don't like Helm's kit, or if she doesn't really do too much. I'll definitely skip this character. Again, I like Helm a lot, I do, but I do care for the anniversary and the collaboration more. So that's personally what I'm going to go for. But Anise she's looking like a good kit. I think this has potential. It literally, like, listen, it can't be bad. Like this skill 2 is not bad, right? Skill 1, okay, you got me there. Affects all Electrocode allies. Like your Scarlet buff. You understanding that? That has potential. Skill 1 has potential. Over here on the bottom over here, yes, Sparkling Wave cooldown 40 seconds. I understand 40 seconds. It's fine. But yes, maximum ammunition capacity goes down. This will then again proc way faster. Reload speed goes up. This again will proc way faster. So you're getting that whole boost on that skill 2, being 382% of the final attack is damage. I do think she can actually come up with some really decent numbers. I think that can happen, okay? And then I also wonder what she can do. People are saying like free Gravedigger. I wonder if that's the case. She does have damage interruption parts when firing the last bullet. So this will be procced very fast, right? When this goes up for 10 seconds, it's going to be procced very, very fast. So I do wonder how that kind of works. But when it fires the last bullet, that's how it's going to go. The damage will go up again, and she reloads very fast. If you saw in that trailer, before the burst even occurs, she's reloading that in seconds, literally, right? So I think this character has a lot of uptime. Everything will kind of work with it. And I could be wrong. I want to make this abundantly clear. On paper, this sounds good. It can't be bad, right? But again, anything can happen. And again, people are pushing that this doesn't sound too great, like the best of the best, but it does look good. And it could be. It definitely could be, right? It doesn't sound like broken, but it could be good, right? That's where we're currently at. So just keep this in mind, that both characters have potential. They can go and buff a certain thing, and they can actually work this time. Like, they make sense to do something, all right? But we'll see. But yeah, again, think with the right head. Keep that in mind. Summon if you would like to. I don't think you're making a mistake in the slightest. I'm going to do it. So if I'm doing it, if you want to do it, you're more than welcome to. But yeah, if you want to save, at this point, I think you should. If you're looking at these characters and you're like, they're mid, maybe they are. Maybe they are mid. But then again, don't summon for limited ever again. I think this game has pretty much made it clear to us. And again, we'll see tonight. I don't want to make this a wrong statement, because who knows? Maybe Anise is broken, which she doesn't look that bad. We'll see. But again, they could be pushing the point that, yeah, we're never going to make a broken limited, so stop asking. So that could be how it is. And if you don't like that, you're more than happy to skip every limited banner. And that's pretty much it. That's probably what they might do. But again, we'll see tonight. Maybe this is a first meta-defining limited character. But I do think there's potential here. I genuinely do. So with that, I'll catch you in the next one. Have fun, stay safe, peace, and enjoy. That's been it for me. Just a quick little discussion here about where we're currently at. And I do think you won't be making a mistake if you do pull. And if you want to pull because of waifu, that's why you're playing the game. Just pull. Just pull, bro. Do it.